All right, review for Hardcore Henry. Henry is resurrected from death with no memory. He must save his wife from a telekinetic warlord, but they plan to bioengineer soldiers. This movie's crazy. This movie is crazy. It's maybe one of the most effective movies that reminds me of like a crazy sci-fi video game. And I really liked it. Charlotte Copley's in it. He dies a bunch of times because he's basically, I mean, he's a cyborg just like Henry. Movie's nuts. It's super violent, just super violent. I mean, he's using guns, shotguns, all type of automatic rifles, grenades, flamethrowers, knives, just fighting with his fists. I think even a sword at one point. Yeah. And yeah, basically he wakes up and he's on the run. His wife's with him. Her name's Estelle, and he's being put back together. He's about to get his voice implanted, but then this guy, a Khan, played by Danila Kovlowski, breaks in, and they start chasing them. They're in like some type of floating air. I don't know if it's an airplane or what, but they're in the air. And him and Estelle then take a escape pod down below. And basically that starts the movie. And then she's like, you have to fight them. He starts fighting these guys that are trying to capture him. Charlotte Copley pops up and says, okay, I'm going to take you to my lab. And he gets killed. And then a little bit later, he pops up again. Always says his name is Jimmy. It's like these different characters. One's like a bum, homeless guy. One's like a hippie kind of. One is kind of like a British soldier from maybe like World War II era. One is a guy in a suit with double guns. One is like a sniper who is wearing camouflage in the forest. And it's all explained, because at first I was like, how does he... I don't understand how he keeps coming back. But it's all explained. The villain, a Khan, has, like it says, telekinetic powers, which they never explain. I'm not sure how he got those. Is he like a mutant? I'm not sure, but it's directed by Ilya Nayshuler. I'm probably totally not pronouncing that correctly. He directed Nobody, which I like that movie too. I'd say this is I don't know. They're such different movies, but because this is all in first person. I mean, this is like this is such a video game. Obviously, this guy loves first person video games. This movie kind of reminded me of Mirror's Edge. I know they made a sequel. I don't think I ever played, but I beat the original. Kind of reminds me of that, you know, mixed with like Doom, Serious Sam. So yeah, stuff like that. Bunch of other video games, maybe like Half-Life, but does it so effectively. I don't, on the Wikipedia it says its budget's $2 million. I can't believe that. Like, yeah, there's CGI explosions. I think it was, but I'm like, how do you make this for $2 million? How is that possible? So, I mean, this guy is This director is very talented. How much was Nobody made for? Trying to find the budget for Nobody. Okay, that was 16 million. And that made 57.5 million. So, but that's a good movie too, though. Yeah, I really like this though, because like I play a lot of video games too, and it's just great how it kind of just effortlessly goes into like a cutscene. Like like there's multiple cutscenes, just like in a video game. And the villain's pretty good. He's like this weird, like Euro trash guy. He's all blonde, and yeah, he has telekinetic powers. He can, throw people against the wall and crush their spines and their heads. And the movie's just a lot of fun. So I'll just get into spoilers now. Like, I really like the movie. Check it out, especially if you're into, like, first-person shooters. Definitely, it's only like an hour and a half, It's a lot of fun. Charlotte Copley's going crazy. You could tell he's just having the time of his life playing these multiple characters. And Tim Roth's in it, too, just as a little bit as Henry's father. So, there's that. So spoilers, like, one thing though, I'm not sure, like, I don't know, but like, does the plot make sense? If you've seen the movie, comment below and maybe let me know, because like, why the ruse? Okay, spoilers. His wife Estelle is actually Khan's wife, and this is part of a memory program where they implant this in people's minds. And that she is building him, her husband, and there's like cyborgs, but in reality, Khan is building a cyborg army to take over the world. And Estelle is his wife, and she's part of the whole process too, and I think she's a scientist too, but why the ruse though? Or was that just implanted memories? But then it's like right away he starts killing people. He meets Charlotte Copley. He dies. He meets him again. He dies. Jimmy keeps meeting them. The plot keeps progressing. You later find out that Charlotte Copley was a scientist that worked for Khan, and he perfected the cyborgs, but they weren't perfect, and there was some bugs. So he lifted him up, crushed his spine, and threw him down. So he's in like a wheelchair, and he uses these avatars basically, to live his life and hook up with hot chicks. And he's like, I forget what he says. He's like, you have no idea how much fun I've had. He's great. I remember the first time I saw him in District 9, I was just like, man, I really like this actor. And even in a movie like Elysium that isn't that great, but he's a lot of fun in it. So I'll watch almost anything with him in it. But yeah, just like, why the ruse? Because it's like, okay, I get that they're implanting that in these cyborgs' bodies to kind of maybe give them a purpose and direct them, but I don't know, why do it to him? Because then I don't know, I just don't get how the beginning matches up with the end. Like, why are they doing that? Because in the end, he fights a Khan. I mean, who even knows how many people he kills in this? Or are they? A lot of them are cyborgs, but they look like people. And yeah, it's just so many different weapons used. But yeah, the movie's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend it. I was watching some reviews that said the budget was 10 million and it flopped because it made like 16, 17 million, which is too bad, but the guy was able to make Nobody, and I think that made money. And apparently Nobody is in the John Wick universe. I've heard that because there's some references to the John Wick universe, but they couldn't say it because of the rights reasons. But because that movie is produced, I think, by one of the John Wick directors, or it's written or produced by him. So that's kind of cool. I mean, John Wick could fit in this world, definitely. I could definitely see that. That'd be cool. But yeah, it's just a interesting movie with a budget that I'm like, how do you make that with that budget? So the film was originally titled Hardcore. The tone of the film was originally intended to be much more serious, but as the concept of a 90-minute long first-person action film was already asking a lot from audiences, it was decided to go with a much more offbeat and humorous tone. Yeah, I think that's the right way to do it. The scene where Henry finds a horse and attempts to ride it originally planned to have Henry ride out on it, only for the horse to be attacked by rabid dogs, Henry having to put it down. This was changed as Western audiences weren't likely to have found it amusing. That scene's funny though, because you think he's gonna start riding this horse, and like this like Western kind of music starts playing, and then the horse just kicks him off and he falls off. It's like, yeah, you don't really know how to ride a horse. Yeah, and one of the other characters Jimmy plays is like a punker from the 80s. But yeah, it's just it's a lot of this. I mean, I definitely recommend this to anyone who's a fan of video games. Hardcore Henry has grossed 9.3 million in North America, 7.6 in other territories, against a budget of 2 million. That's what it says. In the United States and Canada, pre-release tracking suggests the film would gross 7 to 10 million. So, yeah. The music's really good. Apparently the guy who directed this got the job because he would make, he had a band, and he would make kind of like, short videos of the band, but it was in first person, and they got really popular, so he's able to get this. So, and the music in this is really good. I really like how it's edited into the movie. But yeah, check it out, Hardcore Henry. It's definitely one of a kind. I've never seen a movie quite like this. Henry was originally played by Russian stuntman, cameraman, operator Sergei Valevy. I'm butchering these names, but the camera rig used in production eventually caused him severe neck pain. The role was given to Andrei Deminov, who also played Slick Dmitry Deminov. Suffered neck pain as well, in addition to losing a tooth after being accidentally struck by a stuntman. In scenes where Charlotte Copley is talking to Henry, wore shades to prevent the actors from looking at them instead of the camera. In a few scenes, Henry was played by Nosh Luler himself. Several stuntmen portrayed Henry between scenes, and all more than 10 actors shared the role. Yeah, I think it's shot with GoPros. Hardcore Henry was filmed with GoPro cameras mounted on a specially made mast designed by Sergei, deemed the Adventure Mass. Stabilization systems that used either electronics or magnets Created by the movie director, photography. Many prototypes of the mask were used in the film. Between the electronics and the magnet stabilization systems, the recordings from the GoPro cameras were edited to cut the hundreds of shots together into one continuous film. Blender, open source software, was used providing most of the visual effects for the film. While it was not the first film to feature exclusively use a first-person point of view, 1947's Lady in the Lake really was shot this way. 1947. The concept for the film came from the Bad Motherfucker and Stampede music videos, right, which Nashler made for his band Biting Elbows. These were also shot with GoPros from the first-person perspective. The movie was partially funded by Indiegogo. So, yeah. I'm trying to find. I had the page open that said all the weapons he was using. Despite grossing over $16 million against a $2 million budget, the movie is considered by the studio to be a bomb due to them buying the rights for over $10 million. Oh, okay. So the critics gave it a 51%, so they didn't think it was that good. I mean, it's not an in-depth plot. There's like just like one twist, and turn. There's nothing deep about the movie. There's nothing, this isn't gonna win best screenplay or something, but a lot of fun. Ultra violence. Some parts kind of reminded me also of like Tarantino, some of his violence in some of his later movies. Like I could see him maybe enjoying this, but I don't know if he really plays video games. But if you play video games, I think you will enjoy this, definitely. Pretty good villain. Oh, you really want to see him die, which he does. Because he's just you really don't like him. But yeah, so I definitely liked it. Check it out. Comment below, let me know if you're a fan. And if you do me a favor and smash that like button, that'd be great. Really helps the channel. But yeah, Hardcore Henry with Charlotte Copley, Tim Roth, who's in like one scene where Henry's about to die from a con. He's on the ground, and then Tim Roth has a scene where he's talking to Henry for a little bit. Then Henry gets up and he kills a con. Definitely a mess up from a con, because it's like he just like knocks him down, and it's like him and his girl just walk away, but it's like, come on, man, you gotta like cut his head off. Like this guy's super tough, man. Like the end fight is just like incredible. The choreography. I mean, he's fighting like 50 guys or something, and Akon's like commanding them because they're like cyborgs. But yeah, and he's using all different types of guns, sniper rifles, grenades with Charlotte Copley. He's got this giant shield that's blocking all the bullets. It's just pretty incredible. And then they go to the roof. After Charlotte Copley dies, and then he's fighting about like 50 guys on the roof, and it's just crazy. But yeah, that's about it though. I'll see you next time.